Good morning, class. Hope and pray you all are safe and healthy. Class, today we will do chapter number 40, Transformation of Sentences, exercise 2. Class, in this chapter we will do interchange of degrees of comparison. Students, we can change degree of comparison of adjective from positive to comparative or superlative, and we can do this without changing meaning of the given sentence. Means to say, we can use any degree of comparison with the same meaning of the sentence. Now, let's do this with some examples. First is, no other boy is as tall as Jacob. In this sentence, tall, this is a positive degree of comparison of adjective. Now, let's change this into comparative and superlative degree. When we will use comparative degree, we will be having the sentence, Jacob is taller than any other boy. Taller, comparative degree. And when we will use superlative degree, then the sentence will be, Jacob is the tallest boy. Students, remember, when we use comparative degree, we need to add than after comparative degree, and when we use superlative degree, then the this is added before superlative degree. Now, example C, Mumbai is the richest city in India. Here, the richest, superlative degree. Now let's change this into comparative and positive. When we will use comparative degree, we will be having sentence, Mumbai is richer than any other city in India. Richer than any other. And with the positive use of degree, no other city in India is so rich as Mumbai. You can write down so, you can also write down as. So rich as Mumbai or as rich as Mumbai. Now, E. Wordsworth was one of the greatest English poets. The greatest, superlative degree of comparison is used here. Now, comparative degree. Wordsworth was greater than most other English poets. Greater than most other. We cannot write down all other, because it is mentioned in when we have used the superlative degree, one of the greatest. It is not mentioned the greatest. So remember the difference. If one of the greatest is written, then while using comparative, you need to write down than most other. And with positive use, very few English poets, very few word we need to add. Very few English poets were as great as Wordsworth. Now, example F. Positive use of comparison is here. Very few hill stations in India are as beautiful as Shimla. Same as we have done in the earlier example. So, while using comparative degree of comparison, we will write most other. See the sentence, Shimla is more beautiful than most other hill stations in India. And superlative degree of comparison, Shimla is one of the most beautiful hill stations in India. One of the most. More beautiful than most other. Remember this thing. Example G. Asha is not one of the best story writers in English, means some other are better. In given sentence, superlative degree of comparison is used. Now let's see comparative degree of comparison. Some story writers in English are better than Asha. Some, better, comparative. And we can also write down this sentence, Asha is less good than some other story writers in English. Less good is also showing comparison. Now, positive. Asha is not so good a story writer in English as some other persons. Persons or writers, anything you can write down here. H. Arun is not the tallest of all the students. Superlative degree is used here. Comparative. Arun is not taller than some other students. Or we can also say there are some students taller than Arun. Meaning of both these sentences is same. And with the positive use, Arun is not as tall as other students. Students, please remember that every time it is not possible to transform every degree in every other degree, means every time we cannot use all the 3 degrees of comparison for the same sentence, because superlative degree is used when we are comparing more than 2 persons or things. For example, Kailash is taller than Hari. For this sentence, we cannot use superlative degree, because here comparison of only 2 persons is given, and superlative is used for comparison of more than 2 persons or things. Friends, try to do exercise 2 of this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.